right, so Bitcoin move all the way to the downside at this very point. I told you about this very divergence yesterday, and that market is going to come back down. Exact same thing. This divergence was very important for market to come back down, and exact same area that I was expecting the market to come into is where the market come into right here. So what next for the market? Will this market from here move upward, or we will have to see the market come back down again into this very area of $114,000 before the next move to the upside? I'll be discussing this in detail in this very video. And if you look at Blum right here, we took a trade on the Telegram channel, and the target is at this very point, and we've hit target. Look at it right here. This, congratulations, because TP have hit, and another signal is going to definitely load, and these signals are 80 to 90% accurate. I can guarantee you that, okay? 80 to 90% accurate. So if you want to take that signal, the next one very soon, join the Telegram channel, link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment. It is very important. And if you look at Ethereum, market is not moving aggressively to the downside, just like we are seeing the price of Bitcoin. But I believe this very point is going to hold the market strong, because few moments from now is the CPI data, which is going to impact on the market. I will discuss this also, and also on Pi, I was expecting the market to come back all the way to this very point. If you watch my immediate last video yesterday, look at it right here. Exact same point is where market come into. What next for pioneers, the Pi token, and investors? So all of this and many more in this very video. So the first thing here is the Blum token. Look at it right at this very point. We took this trade around this very point, okay? That was few days ago, and some person thought the market is going to come back down because of this movement, but I was very sure with my strategy that retracement have ended, okay? Because if you look at what happened here, market move upward, which is an aggressive pump, the first aggressive pump since the market have been coming all the way from here to the downside. So if market pump this much first time, then you relax for the market to come back down again. And if the retracement is not aggressive, just like we see at this very point, then it means that at certain points, especially if the market did not go below this very area, then market is going to begin to move all the way to the upside. And that is the reason why I believe retracement have ended. That is why we took this very trade around this very area. And then the target was obviously at this very point. And as you can see on the Telegram channel right here, we've hit TP, and congratulations to everyone that took this trade. A lot of people make a lot of money from this very trade as well. And this is very important. And one important thing about this signal is these signals that I'm giving on this very channel is not just random signals, okay? These are very accurate, pragmatic signal, 80 to 90% accuracy. If you want to partake in it, join the Telegram channel with the link in the description. So what next for the Blum token from where it is right now? In my opinion, this very chart still look very bullish because market is going to move upward. If you notice from here, market move a little bit, okay, come back down. So I believe the market still have momentum of moving all the way to the upside. And if we see a bullish candle that close above this very level of important resistance right here, okay, because that is where the market is receiving that spike from. So from here, this is a very important resistance at this very point, okay, and then the same resistance resisting the market from moving upward. That means if the market can move upward, okay, and we break this area with a significant bullish candle, then that means we're going to see aggressive pump in the price of Blum. And one thing you have to notice here is that, you see, the Blum token is very different from the Pi token. For me, I prefer trading the Blum token, or I would prefer investing in Blum in the long term, okay, compared to Pi. And most especially if they stick to what is there in their white paper, what is in their white paper, if they stick to it, that is their tokenomics, I believe is going to do well in the near future. And this is very important. So what I am expecting now on the price of Blum on the immediate short term is for this market to still move into this very area, and a breakout here is going to make the token to explode all the way to the upside, and this is very important. and I'm going to give trade on other token as well, as the case may be. And if you come to the price of Bitcoin, look at it right here. I was talking about this divergence yesterday. Even when market has not really dropped, market was within this very area when I was talking about that divergence that is going to come into the market. And the exact same thing, immediately after that video, market began to drop all the way into this very point of interest. One thing that I can guarantee you that you can add to your trading methodology is two things. Number one, you know when impulse ends. Because if you know when impulse ends, then not 100% of the time, but just 80 to 90% of the time, it will make you very profitable. Okay, remember, just about 10 to 5% of traders make money in this market. That means you need to be very smart. Okay. And another thing is to know when the retracement ends. Just like we see in the case of this very Blum token from this very area. You must not be 100% of the time, but if you can be 80% accurate or 70 or 90% accurate, then you should be very profitable together with risk and money management. So on the price of Bitcoin, what next? From here, I am expecting that the markets have capacity of dropping back down because of the CPI data we're going to see very, very soon. So this very point, obviously, is the point of interest on this very price action. Now, you may not agree with me on what I'm showing you right here on this very price action, but from what I am seeing on price action, this is what I believe is going to play out. So you can have your thought as well, and then let's wait for the market to play out and see how the market is going to go in either direction. So I'm expecting that the market move from here upward, and if we see the market go below this very support, the market is going to come here, and then this should be the final area market is going to go up from. And of course, I'm going to verify whether the market is going to from here, if market come to this point, move upward, because I want us to take a long position on the price of Bitcoin all the way to the upside, and that signal is going to come definitely once I see the end of this retracement coming all the way in the market right now. I'm going to drop that signal in the Telegram channel. This is very important, okay? So if you want to join this very trade signal Bitcoin long position, join the Telegram channel right now, link below in the description. It is a free channel. And the next thing here is the price of Ethereum. If you notice, Ethereum is not dropping just like we are seeing in the case of Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is dropping aggressively, and one of the charts you can look at to verify this is the ETH BTC chart. Not only that, the Bitcoin dominance is coming back down gradually on the 4-hour chart. So we should not see the price of altcoin, example Ethereum here, drop aggressively to the downside. So from here, my point of interest yesterday is still very active and intact. So from this very area, market have capacity of coming back down because of the CPI data. And from here, definitely we're going to verify whether retracement have ended for market to move upward. All this trade, I'm going to be dropping it on the Telegram channel because right now the market is very, very hot. Okay, so from here, expect market to push down a little bit, okay, in my opinion, and then move upward. And if I see reason that verify that retracement ends right here, I'm going to still give that signal. What you need to do is when retracement comes into the market, you verify it with your rules, okay? Because you must have rules to verify that retracement have ended so that you can jump in for the next leg of impulse in the market. So this is very, very important thing you need to pay attention to. So either market from here move upward, or we see another drop into this very area before the next move to the upside. Why this point? This is the immediate fair value gap that is very close to price action, and that is why this point is very, very important. This is a simple price action technique, and this is what you need to pay attention to right now on ETH chart. Very, very simple, not ambiguous, very simple stuff. From here, once I verify that with my strategy, market is going to move upward, or market drop back down a little bit into this very area, I verify market is going to move upward as well from this very point. On ETH and on Pi, I was telling you guys that market is going to drop back down into this very area. If you watch my immediate last technical analysis video on the channel, which is also the last video on the channel, look at it right here, exact same point, okay? Because this is where the market come back down and make this aggressive move. So definitely, if the market is having difficulty to break this area of resistance, then simple analogy, market should come back down, okay? Because there is no momentum right here. And that is why I was saying that market is going to come back down yesterday, and exact same thing is what we are seeing on price action right here. Very simple stuff. So from here, what next in the market? From what I am seeing as well, from here, the market lacks momentum still from these very points on Pi, USDT 4-hour chart. So what I'm expecting is a little move from this very area, okay, so the upside. So even though you see the market come back down, I believe that coming back down is to grab liquidity. It's not going to last. That's my own opinion. It's not going to last just to grab liquidity within this very area, because if you notice, market did not really come into this very area, and at this very point there are liquidity seated right here, which the market did not grab. So market can just come back down a little bit to grab liquidity, a possibility, before the next move upward. But that does not mean that you should take a buy position if market begin to move from here upward. What I am looking at is if the market begin to move downward, grab liquidity, move to this very point, or move from this very point where it is right now to this very area, I want to see the market break out here. That is what I am looking at. Very simple, okay? I want to see the market break out on this level of important resistance. That is very important. Why? Because if you notice, when market pump from here all the way to the upside, market come back down. That is where the market come back down into, and then retrace. Could not make any move to the upside because this is supposed to be the next pump, okay? Next impulse, but market failed. That means this very area, market come back down. Market should break here first before we can say market is going to begin to move upward and look for momentum for market moving all the way to the upside. And this is what you need to pay attention to, okay, to be in the right direction of the market right now. And this is very, very important. And on Solana, look at it right here. Exact same point that I marked yesterday that market is going to drop into. That is where the market is right now. And we have this very area, this very point. So market can still move down a little bit, okay, into this very point. That possibility is very high before the next push all the way to the upside. And I believe altcoins are very, very low, and the best time to buy your favorite altcoin is right now. Don't wait for when you see aggressive pump in the market. I believe personally that aggressive pump is going to come into the market and you may not catch it. You may not catch it, not at all, okay? And that is how it works. You may be sleeping and that aggressive pump will just hit in the market, or you'll be doing other stuff and you see aggressive pump in the market and you will miss out. So right now that altcoins are low, that is the best time to buy your favorite altcoin. And you buy and keep it right there in your portfolio. Obviously, you keep it in your wallet and not on any exchange. So from here on Sol, expect market to come back down, in my opinion, a little bit. Possibly grab liquidity from this very area before the next move to the upside. And I'm going to verify all of this and tell you guys when I believe retracement have ended in the market with chart analysis on the Telegram channel, which is where I give updates very quickly other than YouTube. And from this very point, market can move upward a little bit. If I see the reason why we should take a trade from here, I'll also give a trade on Sol USDT, but this chart is not looking very good for me, so a trade here is likely not possible. But for Ethereum and Bitcoin, I think that is very, very possible right now. So this is what you need to pay attention to right now if you really want to be in the right direction of the market, because right now, in my opinion, the market is hot in as much as Bitcoin have hit $123,000. Of course, it has retraced back to $116,000, which is a normal stuff, okay? You don't expect market to just be skyrocketing all the way to 130, 150. No, it have to move, come back down, move, come back down, and some stuff like that, which is what we are seeing right now. And if you come to coin market cap, you discover that the global crypto market capitalization has dropped a little bit. What we saw yesterday was $3.81 trillion. What it is right now is $3.67 trillion. You can see that this chart is coming back down because the price of Bitcoin just moved all the way from $123,000 to $116,000, which is a good thing for the next heady move all the way to the upside. So still expect more liquidity to come into the market and a growth in the global crypto market capitalization to $10 trillion, in my opinion, $15 trillion, and we can possibly see $20 trillion in this very bull cycle. And I have data, okay, to back up what I'm telling you right here. Between 10 and $20 trillion, this very global crypto market cap is going to achieve that in this very bull market. And I can be wrong as well, but this is my personal opinion from what I am seeing on chain and off chain. That is technical part of it. And if you look at the fear and greed index, market is still within the greed area, which is also okay. Look at trending coin right here. Bitcoin is still among them, although coming all the way to the downside. We have Cross, which has pumped 47% all the way to the upside. I believe strongly that the market is going to move upward this very week, okay? Very important this very week, especially after the CPI data today in the next couple of minutes. That data is going to come out. Irregardless of whether it's good or bad, I believe market is going to pump upward. Why? Because market has already dropped prior to the data release. So market has already reacted to the data. Upon the release, market is going to pick up and move to the desired direction, and that desired direction, in my opinion, is to the upside. So we watch that out in the next video tomorrow. Don't miss that video coming out tomorrow, which is very important. So these are the things you need to pay attention to right now, guys. Very important. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also join the Telegram channel, link in the description of this video for more updates, signal, technical analysis, and on-chain data. Join right now. It is a free channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.